What's going on, everybody? It's Antonio from Macari Press. We're on the Indiegogo. $68,503. Santana Baby Triple Cover Pack is, of course, still ongoing. If you want it, head on over to Indiegogo or just type in AkariPress.com. It'll take you right there. The link, of course, is in the description. All right. So, the elephant in the room. Let's address it. I did a live stream last night, and my guest was Jamal Baraka from Garbage Tier Media. My buddy. We've streamed together several times, but he's been kind of busy over the last few months, and we hadn't been able to get our regular thing going. So, he had some time, and we was like, hey, let's go live. So, obviously, we did that, and you guys turned up. It was, it was a good stream. I was enjoying everything. And then all of a sudden, as I was watching the YouTube screen, Jamal's voice disappeared. And all of a sudden, when I was watching the screen, I saw some nudity on the screen. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? And I was trying to talk to Jamal, and he couldn't hear me. Now, what I did not know until a few moments later was the reason I couldn't hear Jamal is because someone had hijacked my stream and taken over, and they decided, obviously to put an adult image on my channel, and YouTube got wind of that, and I got a strike because of it. I got a community guidelines warning, and obviously if you get too many of those, then you will not be able to have a YouTube channel at all. You lose your monetization, all that. Here's where I'm at right now. Because I did not have a prior offense, YouTube is not going to strike the channel. Or let me say that I've still got the strike. They're not going to take my channel. Let me say that. My channel, I still have all my privileges. I'm still monetized, all that kind of stuff. However, I've got to be on my tippy toes for the next 3 months because I tried to get the strike removed, and for whatever reason, I've got an account rep. Maybe she can help me get the little thing removed off of there. But I've actually, and I had one a few months ago. I had done a video. I did a Michael Jackson video, and someone filed a copyright strike against me, and YouTube struck the video, and then so I just got that one taken off because I had to email some people and do all that, and I got it. I managed to get the strike removed. So thank God that I got that strike removed, because then that would have put me in the hot seat, because then I would have 2 strikes. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, this has been a process, because one thing I can say, just based on some of the IPs and stuff that kind of popped up after all this, I went ahead and go in and, I was locked out. I had to go back in and update my passwords and all this kind of thing. The IP of the person that did this, looks like they used an IP that was from maybe Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, one of those countries where they speak Arabic. It was so crazy because when I got back in my Gmail account, all my Google ads were in Arabic, and I couldn't even see. It was crazy. I was like, whoa! Anybody knows about Google ads, they do geo targeting and everything. So they'll show you ads that are relevant to whatever country you're in, and then they'll also try to even target it more and show ads that are relative to the region you're in. Because sometimes, I'm in Tennessee, and sometimes some of the local car dealers are advertising on Google, and I'll get those ads and stuff like that. All of a sudden, my ads was in a different language, and I was like, oh wow. Now I went in, changed all my passwords. I've got the double verification stuff set up, all that stuff. This is this is the second time in the last few months that my channel has been targeted. A couple months ago, I lost over 300 videos because, someone mass flagged over 300 videos on my channel, and then this happened, and, I got the strike. But I do appreciate everyone that, I got a lot of messages, people were DMing me and stuff. I appreciate the support. But it looks like outside of having that little ding on my account, I'm going to be okay, even though, like I said, maybe I can get it removed, because like I said, it was bogus when I contacted YouTube. I let them know, I was like, hey, I was doing this stream. If anybody was watching the stream, we weren't talking about anything adult. We were talking about comic books. And then all of a sudden I had, had this stuff on the screen, and it was insanity. But this is still, it's been almost a year now. It's kind of crazy. I remember what was the first day that I was on Ethan Van Sciver's channel was August the 11th of last year. And so that's strange to me that when I started appearing on Ethan, I started, everything started changing. People started like doing searches on me. People started trying to, they want to find my personal Facebook, all this kind of thing. And at first I was adding everybody. Everybody was adding me and stuff. And I, just over the last few months, too much crazy stuff happened. People, talking to my niece or something, and people chiming in on pictures of my niece and just weird stuff. So I actually went in and I just cleaned house. If I don't, it's like I cleaned house on a lot of that social media stuff. Like, if you don't personally know me, you got waxed out of there. That's just the truth. It's like, because that's just what it is. If you're not a personal friend of mine, it's just, then, you have access to my email, you have access to the Akari Press, business page, you have access to my DMs on Twitter and Instagram, but my personal Facebook is my personal Facebook, because this again just goes to show me, and that it was one thing that I remember Ethan had said, so I was like, who'd mess with Antonio? Everybody loves Antonio. Everybody doesn't love Antonio. And I'm not so blind as I believe that everybody loves me. Just like I don't love everybody. You know what I'm saying? There are people that I've met in CG that we're not really, we're both CG, but we're not cool with each other like that. It's just what it is. That just goes from being a human being with differing opinions on things. So, so and it was funny because I saw Edwin went live last night, and there were some people that had left my stream and they went over to Edwin's, because Edwin had given me some advice when this happened, because I messed up. That's one thing I forgot to mention. I messed up when I did the share screen. I showed my Hangouts link and it exposed everything, and then all of a sudden this person was able to go in and just hack my whole situation up. So that's on me for being a boomer, but it let them have access to things, and I wish, it caused a lot of problems. You got to be very careful when you're streaming and stuff. And this is still kind of new to me, the idea of getting on social media and just talking about things, trying to help other people promote their projects. Because that's what I was like, man, this is crazy that I got dinged. I'm talking about comic books. It wasn't even, if it was a sexy party stream, I would get it. But even I've never, I've gotten a couple of, hey, we're not monetizing this video because it's a sexy party thing. But I've never gotten a strike on sexy party, because we've always been very clear, it's an adult. We're just talking about adult situations. We're not actually showing anything. And so I've never gotten into any trouble over Sexy Party, and obviously we managed to get it syndicated. Got it on iHeartRadio, it's on iTunes, it's on Spotify, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher. It's everywhere. Pretty much Google, any major streaming platform. I've been trying to get it on. I'm trying to think. There was. No, I mean, I've got it on SoundCloud and all this. It just. Again, if it had been Sexy Party, I would have get it. But if you look at the videos, hey, this is me with Elliot. This is Iron Skies. This is me with Christopher Rue. This is Chow Roberts, Guardians of Erloth. This is me, another comic book interview. This is me showing comics on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. There's a lot of comic book stuff. So it's that's me talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV show. That's me talking about Christopher Priest. There's another Elliot Fernandez. There's me talking about Game of Thrones. There's me talking about. So, it's like, ooh, real controversial. Again, Sexy Party is obviously a little spicy. But we tell you what it is right off the top. The rest of the channel is just like geek stuff and entertainment news. But, again, I'm not living under the illusion that certain people don't want me to fail. And I'm mindful of that. I'm always mindful of that. I wish, if I had been a little bit more cautious last night, man, I just got careless when I hit that share screen, because you got to do it a certain way. You got to share and then you got to move off, because once it starts sharing, it puts it out there immediately. So, definitely, I consider this one of those lessons, like when when your mom tells you not to touch that hot stove and then you touch it and you get burned. You learn a lesson, and I felt like I learned a lesson last night. I'm thankful that it didn't cost me my channel. But hey, man, people got haters. I definitely have some haters, but. I heard Doug say something the other night when he streamed with Yellow Flash, and it really made a lot of sense to me. You're not going to focus on the people that's not supporting what you're doing. You're going to, I'm going to focus on the people that are supporting. Those people that are trying to, like I said, whoever mass flagged my channel a couple months ago, the person that did this and had me reading Arabic all of a sudden, I was like, the person that did this, people have haters, so this is just what it is. But as of right now, I have everything back. I have full control, and everything's back in English. So that's fantastic. But oh yeah, let me see, can I show this before I leave? So I'm about to wrap it up. But this is Kanan's. I've got this up on this. This is Kanan's original art. It's 11x14. As you can see, we got some bids on it already, and we've got about 5 days left. If anyone is interested, please head on over to eBay and check it out. Hey, thanks for all the comments and the kind words and for reaching out. I really do appreciate it. But we're good. We've got everything back. And that's it. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. And if you guys want to reach out to me, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and right here on this YouTube channel. Everywhere is at Akari Press. And if you type in AkariPress.com, it will take you directly to my Indiegogo campaign for my comic book series brand with the phenomenal Kanan White. We're on Teespring. We're on Amazon.com. The links to those are in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I'm out.